Did you know that you can support us for just 99 cents a month? That's right, friends. You can support everything that we do here at GSL for just 99 cents a month. Take a look around wherever this post is. You might see a link or maybe even a button that says support. Go there, check out the options, consider supporting us because, we enjoy bringing you all the daily inspiration as well as the weekly talk show, but we have much, much more to come. Thank you so much for the consideration. Bye-bye.
It's a miracle, baby.
Yeah.
Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves.
We keep having all these problems. How we gonna solve them? Every day it's the same thing. All these unsolved issues. I guess it's official. Here we go again, the same old thing. And I'm tired of the arguing and lying. So goodbye.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is May the 29th, 2024, and today the topic is walk in your purpose. Happy Wednesday. It's Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you guys had a terrific Tuesday. Mine was just fine. Yes, mine was good overall. My highlights from yesterday, man, so I didn't tell y'all what I was doing just in case. Because I don't know who all watches and listens to me and stuff like that, and I don't want to be ruining surprises, okay? So there was a plan for the staff to get together and go to Top Golf yesterday in celebration of Pastor Mo's birthday. Actually, yesterday was also his anniversary, so shout out to him and his lovely wife, Miss Tiana. Their anniversary, I think he said the 8th anniversary, was yesterday, and the staff pretty much took him to Top Golf, and we was out there golfing, you know what I mean? I guess I did all right. I was appreciating the convenience and the, I guess, ease of being able to golf without like driving around in the sun and all that type of stuff. I mean, we all in this sheltered covering, and they're bringing us food, and you know what I mean. There's fans out there, so it's a very comfortable environment. I mean, I haven't been there in so long. It's been years, I think, since I've been to Top Golf, and I've never been real golfing yet. The closest thing, I guess, is mini golfing. But y'all know that, was it last year? Last year I went mini golfing for my birthday. But anywho, I think I did all right. I think I did all right at the game itself. We did about 3 or 4 rounds. I think definitely 3. All I know is this. So, okay, there was a few highlight moments, right? When I got to know, I guess, the new interns. So Mountain West now has interns coming and helping out and whatnot. And her name was Grace, so that was funny. I was like, when I introduced myself, I'm like, I'm Miracle. She's like, I'm Grace. I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm like, look, where's faith, joy, and peace in everybody, right? So that was cool. I'm getting to know her and some of my other co-workers a little bit better. Because like I said, I feel like I'm estranged from the group because I'm always, I only come like 2 days of a week, out of the week or whatever. And they're both very intricate, quote-unquote, work days that I go or whatever. So y'all be praying. Maybe I'll be full-time one day. We're going to see what the Lord do. But anyway, so yeah, that was one thing. But, okay, so let me tell y'all about this, since I brought that up. I think this goes as a segues kind of into the conversation for today, but then also just, I guess, where my heart and mind has been. So, yes, that has been on my heart and mind for a little while to, or maybe it's a desire, right, for full-time hours and things of that nature. I've been kind of struggling with that because on one hand, I'm totally fine and grateful for what I got. Like, working part-time has been a blessing. It's definitely one that is well received, needed, greatly appreciated, right? To be where I'm at, doing what I'm doing, even just the 2 days, even the pay, whatever the case may be, everything is fine. It's just that, you know how you just want to have extra, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to do everything I need to do, and a lot of what I want to do, honestly, with what I'm currently doing and getting. But at the same time, sometimes you just want to have extra, or you just want to be able to invest, or you want to be able to do more, stuff like that. And I think I told you guys last week, I was asking the Lord, I'm like, Lord, why your people be struggling? We be out here struggling, trying to make ends meet. And then we be watching people everywhere else, like they growing, they thriving, they don't care nothing about you. Has anybody else feel that way? And stuff like that. And we like, why we got to be out here? Now, granted, I understand, again, Jesus walked places, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have a roof over his head, all that type of stuff. So, I get it. He suffered X, Y, and Z. So who am I not to suffer to some capacity, right? But at the same time, I'm like, Lord, I could do way more if I had more, And I'll be talking to the Lord. We have a conversation. And so then, me, right? I guess entrepreneur miracle, you know what I'm saying? I'll be out here thinking about, well, what else can I do? And stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't want to take away from what's currently in place. I want to enhance what's currently in place. I'm back thinking like that again. I know y'all probably like, oh, miracle, you keep doing this every year. I know. And then I know God will bless me with another idea and something else to come through and be like, wow, this is amazing. And then it seems like I'll come back and be in this place, man. But anyway, but things are different now. I mean, can I acknowledge that, your girl's in therapy now, so that's an expense, right? And then, which is a blessing because the church said they're going to take care of that, I guess. So if I start going less, they're going to, take care of that. So that's a blessing, to God be glory for that. But I still got a car note now because y'all know I got, since the accident, I had to get a new car. So now I got a car note again, which I didn't have one. And now I got one. So, and then insurance apparently went up, and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, Lord, there's more expenses now, So I have been debating again about the whole working somewhere else. Should I get more, do more on top of what I'm doing? Yeah, I know I got all my hustles from home established and stuff like that. But, I understand that those things I currently have established are things that are uniquely for specific stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be somebody that want to do your nails in order to get into Color Street, for example. Or, you got to be somebody that like wine if you want to join the wine club. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, to where it's like, so I'm trying to think, what other things. Same thing with my books and stuff. Like if you want to get books or if you want to get my journals and, but you got to want to get that stuff in order to, I guess, for it to be beneficial. And I know it's beneficial just having it. It definitely is, right? But I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when the income and life be lifing and all that type of stuff. So I be thinking. And so long story short, I was thinking about, I came across this opportunity, this job opportunity. And, it's looking and sounding good, talking about benefits and all this good stuff. And I'm like, well, this sounds good, But you guys know I'm doing my part-time at the church, feel like I'm walking on a purpose, all that great stuff. So I'm debating about it. And, so I started looking at the fine print about the gig. Like when I first saw it, I thought that maybe this could fit. Maybe this could work with my life. Maybe I could be able to pick up hours when I want to pick them up, stuff like that. But it turns out it's not like that. It turns out it's like, I guess, more full-time, and it's going to be more like specific hours and stuff like that. And so I'm like, okay. So I was like, well, maybe this is not for me. So I ended up having a few conversations yesterday that kind of was showing me that maybe it wasn't for me, but it's for some other people that I know. But regardless, it's just one of these things that's leading to this conversation about, again, walking in your purpose, right? Me walking in my purpose, right? Regardless of whatever is going on, regardless of whatever I'm witnessing other people experience, that's their journey, their life, their experience. And I can't focus on that. I got to walk my own journey path in life. And so it was interesting because I took a few times yesterday to kind of like, as I was debating and thinking about everything, well, first I talked to my husband and child, right? And so it was funny. I was thinking about everything, and then I asked NJ first. I was like, NJ, do you think mommy should get another job? He quickly said no. He quickly said work at the church. I said, hold on. I was like, the fact that it was so quick, I was like, golly, hold on. You ain't even think about it at all. He's right here to defend himself. Obviously, he got something to say. Go ahead, NJ. What you got to say?
These are broken.
Okay, I know. I'm gonna sharpen.
Put these in the trash.
No, not the trash. I'm gonna sharpen them later. Okay. So put them to the side. Sorry, I thought he had something to say about what he said yesterday. But anyway, yeah, so he quickly said no. And then I asked my husband, I'm like, well, husband, I'm looking at this. It's got, benefits, health insurance, all these little perks and whatnot. Maybe, I should go ahead and look into what you think. I said, maybe there's a way for me to, I think there might be a way for me to also keep working at the church. I might have to just ask them, can I work at night? And he was like, he's like, do you enjoy your job, what you currently do? I'm like, yeah. It's like, we're walking your purpose. And I'm like, I said, yeah, I feel like I'm all walking in my purpose or whatever. He's like, well, walking your purpose. And I was like, Lord, I mean, okay, husband, but golly, I thought y'all was going to be team, let's make more money. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was going to be like, yeah, like get into this gig with the benefits, and stuff like that. And I even talked to my financial advisor, man. I didn't even tell him any of the responses of my husband and son. I just called him and was like, look, so I just saw this gig. I'm debating. I'm just seeing what you think. Da-da-da-da-da. Financial advisor. Da-da-da-da-da. And he, too, said the same thing. But he said that sounds like a lot of variables. I said, I was like, oh, Lord. And he was breaking it down of what, basically comparing it to what I'm currently doing and stuff like that. So, so it seems like I got a triple confirmation that I need to stay on the path I'm on. But if that wasn't enough confirmation, let me tell you guys something real quick that happened yesterday. I ain't gonna get too detailed, but I'm gonna tell you guys the gist of what happened yesterday. So while I was there playing Top Golf or whatever, right? At some point when I was getting ready to golf, Pastor Mo gonna say, oh, if you hit that golf truck, because there was a truck out there gathering up the balls. He was like, if you hit that golf truck, you get a bonus. I said, what? He's like, yeah, you can get a bonus. He was out there, so I was like, whoever hits the golf truck, get a bonus. I said, okay. And so I did one hit, and I didn't get it, right? I did another hit, boom. That thing bounced, boom. And then ended up hitting it, y'all. So they say your girl got a bonus coming. Look, that's confirmation number 4 from yesterday. That I need to stay where I'm at. All right, look, walk in my purpose. But yeah, so I got a bonus apparently coming. Just from being able to go to and participate in the team building experience and hit the golf truck. So to God be the glory, man. We're gonna see. At first I'm joking because I'm like, I don't know if this gonna be Hope Bucks or Mo Bucks or what it's gonna be, or it's gonna be real money. But either way, we gonna see. And apparently I got a bonus coming on the way. So that was an amazing thing that happened yesterday. By the time I came on back, husband wanted to make some burgers and whatnot, so he was making burgers and stuff by the time I got back and whatnot. And so we had some of that last night. And yeah, man, I was just trying to rest and woosah, because again, once I got up yesterday, I did the juice. It was time for me to go. So it was like so much go that morning, to where, yeah, by the time I got back and stuff, I was like, yep, it's rest time now. Time to rest. Today, I guess, is technically going to be my do nothing day, other than obviously doing the juice. So yeah, because I don't have anything on the schedule today. So I'm just going to woosah today, and then go back to work tomorrow if the Lord's will. But yeah, so that's what yesterday looked like. That's what today's going to look like if the Lord's will. And then that's what tomorrow going to look like with the Lord's will. So, so I say all that to say, right? Or I share all that to, again, reiterate this idea of walking in your purpose, right? Your specific purpose. I know we can all easily get distracted by seeing someone else and their purpose, right? Social media, again, is a blessing and a curse. On one hand, you're able to connect with people that you've, probably met over the years, and that's a beautiful, amazing thing, right? But on the flip side, you get to see everybody in their life, and, and again, a lot of people, they're sharing highlights, or they're sharing fabricated, illusions or whatever of I guess, joy and different experiences that make you jealous or envious and things of that nature, because it's just one of those things that comes with the territory of life, right? So, and I get that, I try my best, again, not to play the comparison game, but it's so easy to do that when you're on social media, or you can just easily see what other people have going on. Like I said, there's this particular YouTuber that I've been kind of tuning into lately, which on one hand, I'm like, I don't know why I'm tuning into her, honestly. Like, other than knowing that, okay, she's an awesome entrepreneur. She's great at marketing. Obviously, she has this amazing following of people, and that's inspiring, as well as, like, she's been traveling a lot and whatever, and that's inspiring as well. And stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, when I look at the content and stuff like that, I mean, it's inspiring, but at the same time, it's just very, how can I say, simple, if that makes any sense. Like, it'll be stuff like her taking a shower, or or cooking, or whatever. And I hate to bring that up, because it's like, it's not that I'm jealous of what she's doing or anything like that. I think it's different than somebody out here, like, literally sharing the Bible every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like, maybe it's just me, but there's more value in God and His Word in my heart and mind than someone just sharing, what they're taking a bath with or whatever. But hey, I don't know. People like what they like. You know what I'm saying? People, again, I know that the Bible and Jesus isn't necessarily a popular topic, right? Or it is, but it's not at the same time. People take issue with Christ, right? So I get that part. But anywho, I'm gonna do my part regardless, right? Because again, God is, leading me and guiding me and inspiring me, and even if, again, nobody watches, nobody listens, all these different things, I am blessed to be doing this and blessed to be receiving the different things that God has been sharing with me since I've been on this journey. And so, I'm just trying to do my part, right? Trying to do my part and share, trying to do my part with, I guess, again, making disciples, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, and different things of that nature. And so, or just sharing the gospel itself. And so, let's get into it, y'all. Look, walk in your purpose. I ended up using a great resource that I have been telling you guys about over the past few months. It's called the Chat Holy Bible app. You guys can go to chatholybible.com and download it on both Apple and Androids. I use that app today to get my resources and whatnot, to get like my verses and stuff. I was asking it questions. I ended up going deeper about some other questions and whatnot as well, but let's just focus on this in particular, because since this is what today's topic is, and maybe we'll talk about the other stuff later, we'll see. But here are the verses that were standing out to me this morning to share. So Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." I know I bring this up all the time, y'all. It's like, do we believe this? Do we believe that God has good plans for us? I think my question this morning was, how do we know that God has a plan for each and every one of us? Because sometimes it seems like, God has a plan for this person or whatever the case may be. Even yesterday, when we was getting ready to go, and one of my coworkers, she came and gave me a hug, and she was like, I guess trying to let me know that it was going to be real money for the bonus and whatnot, and stuff like that. And she just was like, that's just favor. And like they say, I guess, a lot of times you see favor on people, right? And I guess sometimes, like they say, favor ain't fair. Don't feel fair when you see, again, people thriving and people, seem like they have so much or whatever. And then if you're in a place where you feel like you don't have, or whatever the case may be, that can be difficult. It's like, it seems like some people are just so blessed, and then other people are just, not. It just really feels like that sometimes, right? But no, again, God has a plan for each and every one of us. Now, we have to walk in the plan, of course, but yeah, we have to acknowledge and believe that, right? We got to believe that He, has good intentions, right? Things not to harm us, but to give us hope, and pretty much what the Bible says. So, again, I guess the first question is, like, do you believe that? And then, if you do believe that, then is I guess looking for that, right? Again, I feel like, again, we miss a lot of things by, I think by expecting things to happen the way we think it should. I think that is a great hindrance to us, in my humble opinion. I think, again, it's more beneficial to focus on, again, what God is doing, what he wants to do, things of that nature. As I focus on walking in my purpose, I realize that, okay, perhaps my purpose isn't necessarily about having the job with benefits and all the extra amenities and perks and things like that. Maybe my purpose is, again, doing the job that is encouraging this next generation at Mountain West, and and God provides benefits and things of that nature, like, again, them looking out for me and keeping the therapy going, and stuff like that, or me being able to just get a bonus just because I went to a team building experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that, to where, again, that is a blessing. Like, those are great things to have, and to that should be appreciated, versus, again, looking at somebody else's life just because, okay, this girl may be able to fill up her passport, right? Or she may be able to have her businesses and put out products every season, and get like this buku support, and all this different type of stuff. Like, that's her life, right? That's her journey, that's her path. And we can't get caught up again being envious and looking at someone else's path and journey in life. God has beautiful blessings for you, your own path and things like that. And so it's just, I think it behooves us to focus on that and to see that, right? See what God has already done for you, and then focus on that. Matter of fact, I was asking the app to help me, think about some things to do in order to stay focused on that. And I mean, I know I got some more verses, but let me go ahead and share with you guys this list that I came across when I was asking it to help me to focus on, again, my path, right? Walking in your purpose. So here's what it was coming up with, y'all. First, it told me to seek God's guidance through prayer. So again, if we need help with walking the path that God has created for us, then that's the first thing we need to do: pray and seek the Lord for the guidance. 2, it says to focus on personal growth. Again, I can definitely see some different things that I've been growing and doing, just even this year, but over the years for sure. And so if I focus on my own personal growth, I shouldn't have time to compare to anyone else's growth and experience, right? You should, I guess, your how do I say, your competition should be you, pretty much. I know it's usually said in a different way, but yeah. Let you be your own competition. Be better than you used to be. Be better than you were yesterday. That type of thing. Focusing on personal growth. Number 3, it was saying to avoid comparison. I know the comparison game is so easy. I get it. I totally understand. But we need to try to avoid that at all costs, right? Like I said, I've been getting in the habit of, when I see someone thriving or doing something, especially that I desire, or whatever the case may be, I've been trying to get in the habit of celebrating and clapping for that person. Because again, when it's my time, I appreciate those that are celebrating and clapping with me. So yeah, instead of being envious, right? Instead of taking the route to compare and things of that nature, let's celebrate. Let's clap hands for that person. Let's give them the round of applause. Let's support things of that nature. Because again, I feel like there's definitely truth to life happening in seasons. Now, yes, we can thrive and be prosperous no matter what your season is. You can be in a down season and still, God be doing miraculous, wonderful things. And vice versa, right? You can be, again, like I told y'all last year, it was just abundance 2023. There was so many great, amazing things happening the whole year. And stuff like that too. And of course that feels good and great, right? But yeah, I think, again, there's something to this whole seasonal thing. And so I guess understanding the season you're in, and then, just, I guess, again, acknowledging the good in any season. Here's another example of what we need to do. And it says to stay grounded in faith. So yeah, that's another thing to focus on. Again, if we're focusing on our personal growth and staying grounded in faith, then again, we shouldn't have too much time to compare and do those things that we shouldn't do. So yeah, let's get into some more verses, y'all. Psalm 139:16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." So it says here that there's a book of our life pretty much written, and you know, again, we can go deeper about this and make sure we have a full understanding about the verses itself. But ultimately, you know, how does that make you feel to know that God has written a book about you? Like, before you even were created, before you even took your first breath, or whatever the case may be, your life was planned out to the T in that regard. Now, sure, you know, we may not be able to read the book, quote unquote, and stuff like that. We may not even fully understand it until we're in God's presence and things like that. But I mean, just knowing that that's how deep his plans are for you, does that encourage you? Does that inspire you? I hope it does. I mean, I know, again, we might not like the bad chapters, right? But if we can, again, remember that it's only a chapter, it's only a season, it doesn't last always. And then, again, like the Bible tells us, all things work together for the good of those that love God. Then, yeah, we don't have to be worried about, again, the down seasons or the bad chapters of our life. We know that, again, we can have hope, joy, love, peace from, again, that relationship with the Lord. And yeah, man, that's just something else to focus on. I got another verse, y'all, that hopefully will encourage us and inspire us. It's Ephesians 2:10. It says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Now, again, God can prepare all day long, but he's also left us the opportunity to choose to walk in our path or down our path, or he's gave you the ability to, you know, reject it as well. You know, and a lot of times we go through life rejecting, and then we get confused why things don't feel right or aren't right, things of that nature. And you know, friend, I mean, again, I mean, you only have yourself to blame. We can't blame God, because he did everything possible to make a way, right? Even came down in the form of a man, right? And sacrificed his own life and things of that nature to make sure that there was a way. So yeah, I mean, you know, again, we can't blame other people. I know it's so easy to get distracted by other people and their thoughts and their opinions and things of that nature, but we can't do that either. At the end of the day, it's your choice what you do and things like that. And so I guess thinking about that part, because I did think about, like, what about when you feel like you don't have support, right? What about when you feel like you're trying your best to walk down your path and other people don't like it? And that can be, again, another distraction or something that can be discouraging for you to walk down your path, because you're like, well, you know, if I don't have support, or you know, this, that, and the other, then what's the point? You know, that type of thing. Well, hopefully this will encourage you, inspire you. I went deeper about that and asked that question, like I said, over there at chatholybible.com. And this is some steps he gave me for that. And this is what it says. It says, 1, to seek God's approval. I know we talked about that before in previous uses, but again, the audience of one, who are you serving at the end of the day? Do you serve people? Do you serve man? Or do you serve God? So first, we need to be seeking God's approval over anything else. 2, we need to be staying grounded in our faith. Again, if you, like I said, even with me sitting here talking about this job thing, right? At the end of the day, again, like I said, I feel like I'm walking in my purpose. So if I truly feel like I'm working in my purpose, then I need to be walking in faith according to that. Sure, like if someone looks down on paper, they might say, well, Miracle, this other job he was looking at got this. But if it doesn't have anything to do with my purpose, if it doesn't have anything to do with God's ultimate plan and things of that nature, if it's going to take away from what he's established in my life, then what good is this job that has all the things? At the end of the day, again, what profits a man to gain the world and lose their soul? At the end of the day, it's more important for me to be at the church doing these Bible studies with the kids and whatever else the Lord wants me to do. Like, that seems to be more important to him and to me and to the kingdom, or whatever the case may be, than to have a job, doing something that's just going to bring in the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, what is the money at the end of the day? Like, I get it. Yes, I have a lot of things I want to do. Yes, I want to be able to, enjoy the fruits of our labor. I want my family to be able to enjoy time together and take some vacations and, all the beautiful, wonderful things. Yes, explore more of God's creation in the world. Sure, yes, all those things are amazing and great. But at the end of the day, if I'm not walking down the path that God has created for me, if I'm not doing his will, if I'm not walking in my purpose, then again, what does that profit me to be able to do all those amazing things? Like, if I'm going to lead people down a dark path by doing those things, knowingly or unknowingly, right? Then again, what's the point? Like, I'd rather be over here making what I make, doing what I'm doing, and walking in my purpose versus not. So these are just things to think about. But here goes some more advice. Again, if you're worried about what other people think about you walking down your purpose or in your own lane. 3 says to show love and grace to those people anyway, right? That's again one of those hard things to do in the Bible, right? God's telling us to show love and grace regardless of what they say and do. But then again, we should be reminded that this is what God has done for us. And so ultimately we pay it forward. So yeah, show love and grace to those people. And then 4, surround yourself with supportive community. I mean, again, that's why I have to sit here and thank, the individuals that are in my life that encourage me, inspire me, and support me, right? Again, my husband could have easily been like, yeah, let's go out here and get this money. Let's go out here and get these benefits. Let's go out here and get X, Y, and Z, right? And then and give up, again, what God is doing with me, for me, and through me by walking in my purpose and what he currently has me doing. My friend could have easily been in my ear saying, go for the money, whatever. But all of them had the foresight and wisdom to understand that, again, money, all that stuff is going to be taken care of as long as I walk in my purpose, right? Like the word tells us, seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. Like, at the end of the day, I have not really been worrying about funds. I've been telling y'all ever since I did financial fitness and restructured how I do with money and stuff like that. I've been in a good place financially in regards to being like, okay, I have to be able to do what I need, what I want, and stuff like that. Now, yes, things have been added on to me this year, and things of that nature, and that's probably got one of those things that got my heart and mind kind of shifting a little bit, or wondering like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Because I got a couple of days off. I could probably add on something, that type of thing. And but obviously God is doing something. I don't know, what all's going to happen, and stuff like that. Whether the church bring me on full time or not, it doesn't matter. Like, God is still going to provide. Like, he's been providing. Like, I think I told you guys last week or whenever it was that I've been getting way more orders on Fiverr, which is like one of my freelance quote unquote side hustles, or whatever the case may be. Like, people have been ordering things on there and stuff like that, or every now and again I get a notification that somebody ordered a book, or something like that. So things have been happening when it needs to. So I'm not worried. It's just that, I guess maybe that's just, I don't know, a flaw in me, just making sure I want to do the work too, and work and do, walk by faith as well. And so, I'm always on that constant battle, I guess. But anyway, those are things that you guys can do. Like I said, I was just giving you guys those different examples of how important it is to have a supportive community around you, especially if you're going to walk in your purpose and things of that nature. I hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired to walk in your particular purpose, y'all. I know it's so easy to get distracted by others and their purpose in their life and things of that nature, but yours is just as important. Obviously, again, God has a plan for each and every one of us, and it was created even before you. So I hope that encourages you and inspires you, because that is the juice. Now, the Bible verse of today is Psalm 119 and 105. It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Visit chatholybible.com to download the Bible Chat and Study app today. Embark on a transformative journey of faith. Your connection with Scripture starts now.